Of you freedom-loving boys and girls, whomever you are, wherever you are on this big blue marble of a planet Earth, Mark, Centerline Systems. And you can see we already got everybody here. Big day, everyone. Big day. We got the big drawing. Here's to Tom and Brian over there at RTG. Evan, letting us down. He doesn't have anything. All right. And here's to everybody who's watching. You know the deal. We'll kind of chill just for a second. Let everybody catch up. This is going to be it. The winner chicken dinner. Hey, so let's just real quickly review what the prizes are here tonight. So Jack from Black Scout, he can't make it. This is just never a good time for him. He's working. But we make that medical deployment kit for Jack. So it's going to be one of these kits, and it's not this one. This is mine. So, and I'll work with whoever the winner is because we'll do whatever color you want. So Jack's throwing in one of these MDPs. And I've showed those off before. They're badass. And then he's going to also include a North American IFAC. So this is the insert for the med kit. Then Evan, Mr. Kick-Assness himself, what is it that you're kicking in there, sir?
I've got one of my Kestrel models right here. It's so my company, Simbita Custom Knives, and this is one of my most popular sellers. It's kind of one of the models that put me on the map. So it's designed for bushcraft and, you know, multi-purpose utility, but it makes a great skin and blade too. This one's an AEBL stainless steel, if I recall correctly. It's been a couple weeks since I made it, but it's handled in a gray Amerigrip, which is G10 with nitrile rubber inlaid in, so it's super grippy even when it's wet or dry. It's got blue liners and then blue pins.
Hey, can you show those liners again?
Yeah.
Yeah, that just looks so.
There we go.
There you go. Yeah, that thing just looks badass. And I've posted some pictures of that on my Instagram account too, and I think you may have done as well, Brian. Correction, I'm Evan. Yeah. Yeah. So that's really cool. And then last but not least, now this is mine, what I've been using, but the new rucksack. Now I've got all kinds of side pouches and everything and a G3 on the bottom, but we're also kicking in one of these rucksacks for the winner of this auction here tonight. And you guys, Tom, correct me if I'm wrong, or correct me, Brian or Tom, I can't remember who said this. Are you guys out of the shirts or are you bringing more shirts back in?
So the shirts, we did a limited window, basically, so that people could order their shirts. And then after that 2-week time period, all the shirts would be, you know, made and then shipped out to everybody. So we will be doing another window for the shirts. That's probably going to be sometime late this month or late next month or August, sometime in there. We'll do another 2-week window for the shirts for sure.
Okay.
We get a lot of requests for the shirts, so that's great. That's awesome.
Right. And then they can just get that right off your website, correct? Sorry, Tom, I was talking over you. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, you can just check out the website at readinesstraininggroup.com, and the shirts will be listed on there when they're up and ready to go.
I'm actually just going to type that up real quickly. Could have just pulled it up, but everybody should be able to see it here in a second. Oh, we got a ton of comments here, everybody, already. Going to have to, but there it is, right? Tom or Bill, Brian, you can see that. Did I screw it up?
Yep, no, looks good to me.
Okay, good to go. ReadinessTrainingGroup.com. They'll have shirts up again because the event, the SRO workshop is in August, correct?
Yep, that's correct. August. Yep. So,
and then just last but not least, I'm going to work this out with Brian. We don't know exactly what it's going to be yet, but we'll do some kind of prizes for the top 3 SROs. Like, you know, so like, you know, and I just like the shooting part of it. And there's, you know, the training that they provide is more than that, but you know, shooting is something that you can be measured. And we'll probably do something for, like, you know, the top shooter, the top 3 guys, whether it's a med kit or one of our everyday carry belts or something like that. But we'll have another little, we'll sweeten the deal even for those SROs when they do the workshop.
Awesome.
Evan, I got to bring it over to you because I know you're running out of time. You got anything you want to add or any commentary here? Because I want to read everyone's comments. I'm going to remind everybody of their numbers, and then Brian's going to tell a little bit more about RTG and the SRO workshop before we actually do the drawing.
No, I don't think I have much to add. I mean, anybody that's looking for a solid knife, whoever wins this knife is going to get a kick butt knife. And anybody that really wants it but doesn't win, just look me up. Instagram, Facebook, that kind of thing. Simbita Custom Knives. I'm sure you can put in the show notes. But that, you know, look me up, and I post stuff up for open sale every week, and then I have a wait list for custom orders as well.
Yeah, and you've actually been really kicking ass on your Instagram recently. It's nice to see that Instagram is temporarily, and I shouldn't even say it. I don't want to jinx it. You know what I was about to say with so I should just shut up, right?
Yeah. Instagram's the boogeyman, man. I hate it. I hate that I like it, but I hate how they manage stuff. It sucks.
Right on, right on. Well, hey, again, you just, whenever you got to bounce, just let us know. Because if you got a second, I'm just going to read through these real quickly. Then I'm going to give everybody their numbers.
I gotta bounce right about now. But hey, congratulations in advance to whoever wins this. Mark's gonna give me the info of whoever wins, and I'll ship it out straight from here from the shop. Congratulations in advance, everybody else. Sorry about your luck. Look me up. Catch you guys later.
Thank you for contributing to that.
Thank you so much.
Anytime, guys.
Beautiful blade.
Thank you very much. I'll see you.
Thanks,
guys.
Evan. We'll talk to you later, man. Be good. All right, here we go, boys and girls. Because I can just tell by all the comments, and I know I'm probably being a dick. I kind of want to drag this out a little bit. If you can't tell, I'm super stoked. I've been stoked about this all day. I mean, it's like, oh, like, you know, and I'm, you know, I don't know why, but this is so awesome. All right, here we go. I won't read off everyone's full name, just first name, and then last initial. Frank C, you are tickets 1, 2, and 3. Mark V, tickets 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Michael D, 9, 10, and 11. Corey M, 12 and 13.
Center.
Jacob Ryan,
I'll tell you, it displays the number.
number 14. Sorry, I said I wasn't going to read anyone's last names, and I just did it there.
It's 2 first names, so it doesn't really matter anyway.
Yeah, right. That's what I was going to say. Yeah, so it kind of blend in. Gene, you're number 15, and I see your comment up there. I'm going to read the comments too. Dave J, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Anthony B, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. Johnny W, which I don't think he's here. He's not a social media guy, but Johnny W is 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Brad B, 31. Kelly S, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Eric F, 37, 38, 39, and 40. Matthew F, 41. Paul C, 42 and 43. Mike A, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. And then last but not least, John D, 49 and 50. Dun, dun, dun. There's all 50. What we're going to do here, we're not going to do it right now. I want Brian to tell a little bit and remind everybody who RTG is, why they've set this up. They're both, Tom and Brian, are sporting those shirts. And then Brian's got a good story about where the rest of his crew is right now, which isn't necessarily a funny story, but I mean, it kind of goes into what we're talking about. And then we'll show the random number generator that Tom's got going in the background, and then we're going to jump right into it. Brian, you want to tell everybody, remind everybody who you guys are, why this matters?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm Brian from Readiness Training Group. Got Tom with me as well. Basically, to give a short rundown, because I'm sure everybody's ready to throw their phones.
They just want the number.
They just want the number, but I'll keep it short.
They will wait.
Yeah. Can we postpone this if we have to, right?
No, because then people will hunt me down and kill me. No, we cannot do that.
So basically, Readiness Training Group was created with one purpose in mind, which is training responsibly armed citizens, but really the highlight was bridging the gap between SWAT and patrol. So myself and the other two founders of the company are all police officers, and we're all SWAT guys. So if you're in that culture, you know that SWAT officers get an outstanding amount of training, which is great. It's needed. But patrolmen, the guys that, answer the 911 calls, they need that training as well. So our goal was really to take the training that we had the opportunity to attend and bring that back to the patrolmen that are answering the 911 calls, or most importantly, right, in our schools. So we have classes throughout the year where, departments will send their guys to our training. We also allow guys to pay their own way. And if they're doing that, we give them $100 off. We certainly respect when a guy is willing to invest in his own training. So we put our money where our mouth is with that one. But so that's kind of the company. And then, after the Uvalde incident in Texas, that was kind of the school shooting that really made us take a good look at law enforcement as opposed to the shooters. And I think that was kind of what everybody did, including the media. There was a major failure there in Uvalde. And, we knew we had the company running at that point in time. We knew we could do something about it. So we had the first SRO workshop, I guess that's 2 years ago now, where the goal was to have training for school resource officers, which are officers that are, stationed in schools. And we wanted to make it a full day of training and hit 3 topics that we thought were super important for these guys to get some training in, guys and gals. So it was firearms marksmanship, breaching, and medical training. So we kind of figured the 3 of those things together would make a good, well-rounded officer that, might need to respond to an active shooter. So the most important thing is that we wanted to cut all the red tape that we could, and not allow for money to be an excuse as to why officers couldn't attend the training. So we made it free. So we said, we're going to do this for completely free. And we'll just, see if other people are interested in supporting this and helping, share some of the cost. And over the past 2 years, it's been amazing to see the companies that have reached out to try to help, 1, spread the word, and then 2, donate to it so that, there's a little bit more, resources for us to have the day. So, one of the, examples I always give is the training location itself is kind of in the middle of nowhere. And so we provide lunch. And that's really to keep the guys there. So we know that if guys go to lunch and it's a hot enough day, they might not come back. So, hey, we'll provide lunch. Just stay and keep training.
Great networking.
Yeah. So we allow the guys time to network. School resource officers have a lot on their plate. They're expected to not only keep the school safe and enforce law, but they're kind of expected to bridge that gap with the students and be someone that students can rely on, and talk to. They got to be guidance counselors too. So them sharing a network kind of helps them out too with, maybe they're working on something where it's a neighboring school. Well, hey, maybe he meets that SRO at our event, or just, equipment or tactics that they're using that help out. So that's kind of the SRO workshop in a nutshell. This is going to be our 3rd year doing it.
It's grown every year.
It's grown every year. And, this year the registration was filled almost instantly. I mean, I think it was open for a week, and, we like to have about 40 guys, and I think we're at like 43 officers that are registered. So I have a hard time telling a guy no. So if it goes more, we'll find a way to get the guys in. But so yeah, that's the SRO workshop, and that's really what we're looking to do. And this raffle that we're doing now was able to put a nice chunk into our budget for this, which we have some additional expenses this year for a guest speaker that we're not revealing. What do you think, Mark, about maybe telling the winner who the guest speaker is?
Just confidentially.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah.
Maybe as an added benefit, you get to know what we're actually up to.
Hey, so okay, total. We're just kind of pulling this out of our 4th point of contact. So once we have the winner, I can reach out to the winner because I've got their info, right? And then if they give me permission, and if you're okay with Brian, I'll pass along your number or your email, and then you can let that person know.
Yeah, I think it's important, and everybody will eventually know, right? Because we'll do a little bit of posting about it. I don't want to get too crazy about it, but I really think it's important that people know where the money is going, right? Why is this money such a benefit? And I think that when we tell people what we're doing, it's not a celebrity. Don't worry. We're not paying Brad Pitt to come. It makes a little bit of sense as to why, these auctions are necessary for us and help us out so much. So yeah, I think that would be great. I think, I'll absolutely give them a call if they're interested, or shoot them a text and just kind of let them know what we're up to. And I think most people find it pretty moving when we kind of fill them in on what we're doing.
Well, and on that note, we've got a bunch of comments, and maybe I'll just do this because, to your point, I mean, some of the comments are just talking about, it doesn't matter who wins. The event, the real winner is the people that are going to benefit from the additional training that you guys are providing for them. So really, I don't want to sound weird, but everybody's a winner in this. Everybody.
And Mark, we really appreciate everyone who contributed to this. Whether or not you win, it is going to a great experience for the SROs and we truly appreciate everyone's donation.
Right on, right on. And, you know, and I just can't, you know, on that same note, I just want to thank everybody who bought tickets and, you know, watch the live streams, who's out there watching it now. I know some of the guys who bought tickets, they won't, because of their jobs get, you know, cycle, they won't be able to watch this, to watch it on demand. But just everybody, you know, even through all this bullshit social media, again, this is where social media is good. You know, ScrewTube doesn't like anything, you know, you mentioned charity or trying to do some, you know, something good, and whamp, whamp, you know, they just throttle that crap down. And I don't want to whine, you know, about that right now, but I just really want to personally also just thank everybody who's, you know, spread the word through their own social media, told their friends, bought tickets, you know, watches these videos, you know, tries to share the videos, comments on the videos, you know, that helps get that out there. And even because you never know, one of those little acts could get somebody else's attention. You just mentioned Brad Pitt, and, you know, I'm just making a joke, but then the next thing you know, maybe Brad Pitt's coming over to your website, Brian, and he's making a contribution, you know, a donation. Hey,
right.
Win-win, you know, so that's all good.
Yeah.
And you guys got the check already, right?
We do. We have it right here.
There it is. There it
I think
is.
it's weird to use a bank in Somalia. I don't know if this is going to clear, but we're going to try.
I'm a prince from a third world country, and if you just would deposit some money for me, you'll be able to get all this these millions I just inherited.
Yeah.
Hey, let's read some comments real quickly. We're at 16 minutes. I know everybody's like, "Come on, you bastards! Just do the auction." Let me just read the comments. We'll get caught up on the comments, and then let's just go right into it, and then we'll just sit and bullshit after that. So here we go. We got Stranger saying, "Hello, brother. Hello, stranger." Gene, woo woo, gin and tonic ready, and winning ticket is 15. So my dreams foretold. Or that could have been the gin and tonics foretelling. Mike in the woods saying, "Good luck to everybody." Then we got Gene again. It doesn't see right there. It does not matter who wins tonight, as it's for a great charity. So they are the real winners. Damn right. Amen, Gene. That was well said, sir. Snowshoe Dave checking in. Glad to see everybody. Big Visk, I'm ready to win some. All right. And then we've got Tennessee saying, "Hiya, boys. WWCD, winner, chicken dinner time." VTech Moonwalker, "I'm at work. Won't get to watch it. At least not most of it." Sorry to hear that, man. But thank you for chiming in for just a couple minutes there. We got Al from up in Canada. He's raising a glass. Tennessee, beautiful. Sure looks perfect for a lady in the house. I'm not 100% sure what that was from a while ago. So it could have been about the t-shirts, or it could have been about the knife. Then here is my thing. So everybody, if you want to go and check out and keep an eye out for those t-shirts for the next batch, readinesstraininggroup.com. Story, Big Visk, I should have done this. Reach out to Evan. Big Visk was asking Evan how long his wait list. Big Visk, I would say just reach out to him through his Instagram, Sambita_custom knives. I follow him, you know, so that's another way you could just go and see who I follow, and you'll see him pop up. Sambita Custom Knives. It's spelled Sierra India Echo, but it's just pronounced Sambita. So custom knives, and he can answer that for you. Yeah, well, there you go. I guess I'll message him on Facebook. Murph Nuge just popped on. Thanks for the reminder last night. You're welcome. All right, let's go. Good luck to everybody. Big Vis, 4 through 8. Those are the numbers to try. VTech. I got to go. All right, sorry we missed you there, buddy. And then we got one last comment here from Murph Nuge, and I think we're all caught up. Y'all are amazing for offering training at all, especially when you take into account the special concessions you give to get people there. Damn right. Well said, Murph. And hats off to, again, everybody who bought a ticket, and hats off to Brian, Tom, and Ryan with an R. And then what's your other buddy's name? Other Dan, right? Yep. And hats off to all you guys over at RTG. So on that note, boys and girls, here's the numbers. Here's the orders. They got the check already. I don't know, guys. I'm, you know.
I think it's time to spin.
I think we're going to have to put, okay, that's not even a funny joke. I'll stop it. Hey, whenever you guys are ready, random number generator. Is that?
All right, so we got one right here.
Generator.
Let's try to hold it up. All 50 numbers are in there. Let me double check
that. Right in the center.
I'm just making sure I can see the number 50. Yep 1 and 50 are definitely together. I'm going to hit it right in the center. Here we go.
Oh boy, here it comes.
You'll have to read it.
No, it's gonna pop up.
37.
37.
Congratulations, 37.
That is Eric F. Eric F. with exactly ticket number 37. That was the start of his tickets.
Wow, nice.
Kelly S., because I know you're watching, your last ticket was 36. Eric is 37. Oh, nice job, everybody. Eric,
Awesome.
winner, chicken dinner, my good man. So, Eric, if you are watching this, I don't know if you're here live. I'll probably actually just be giving you a call after this. And then we'll start kind of going the coordination piece, figuring out what color and everything you want for the med kit, the ruck, all that stuff. I'll pass your information on to Evan so he can just drop ship the knife. And then, Eric, with your permission, I'm going to share your info with Brian, and then Brian's going to reach out and let you know that that Inside Baseball and who their surprise guest speaker is going to be. All right, here we got some comments here. Just awesome sportsmanship. Really like it. Gene, well done. Eric F. Murph Nuge. Oh, I missed one. There we go. Murph Nuge. Hey, hell yeah. Congratulations. Snowshoe Dave. Congrats, Eric. Big Vis. Congrats, man. Tennessee. Congrats, Eric. And then in parentheses, you little shit. And then she said she was just kidding. Yeah. Right on. All right. I know. That just seems so weird. I just can feel all that energy and excitement, that dump right there. So, and then we got Samantha, who I've not seen before, but Samantha, welcome to live stream. And she says, congrats, go RTG. Nice.
Wow. Sam, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Sam.
Right on. Hey, okay. Drawing is over. Do you want to tell why the other guys, what you can share again? So this isn't necessarily funny, and it's not, because
Sure.
there's there's real world implications behind it. But you want to tell the story where the rest of the guys are?
Yeah, the guys were planning on being here tonight, but one of the difficulties in running a company like this is we're all still active police officers and SWAT operators. So I am on a separate team from my partners, and they're on a job right now. So they were on their way here, got called in, and of course you got to answer that call. So they're not far from here, but they are on a job right now in the woods, running around looking for people. So unfortunately, they can't be here. But Tom and I were able to make it, and we have a little bit of FOMO that we're missing out on. A little bit of experience, but hey, we're here. This is super important to us, and I can't thank everybody enough.
Yeah, we're
that
so appreciative.
Yeah, it's awesome to see a community come together to support what we're doing. It's not just one person. There was a lot of people that bought tickets, and I appreciate all you guys. Thank you.
And even more impressive is we've never met any of you.
Sure.
And these are all people that we've just connected through online. So it's even more impressive. So thank you.
Yeah, right on. No, and hey, just a quick comment that came in. I'm sure you guys can see it. Gene, hey, he's basically saying, well, obviously don't make it unsafe by reaching out to your partners, but he's just like, hey, tell the other your comrades that are out there to just be safe. But he's trying to do it in a Hill Street Blues voice. I don't really remember that show enough to know what that Hill Street Blues voice was, but the sentiment, well said, Gene. Yeah, because that's a real world thing, and there's real world consequences, and it ain't over until it's over. So yeah, let's hope that everything works out well. Yeah. Hey, on that note right there, again, I'm so spent. I've been just all day waiting for this moment. Now it's done, and I'm just like exhausted, and all that. Eric, if you watch this, Eric, if you're there, reach out. I'll be reaching out to you just here, probably just a little bit once we're done. I guess we got a couple more comments here. I'll just bring these up. Tennessee, so happy to be a part of something that matters. Yeah, damn right. And that's exactly it right there. And that's the spirit. And so seriously, on that note, Tennessee, and I would only echo that, you guys have all said it. Hey, it doesn't matter who wins. The cause was worth it. And yeah, there's some nice, bright, shiny things at the end, Evan's knife, the med kit, the insert, the rucksack. But the real winners here is that these guys will be able to have a little bit less of a concern for when they're doing this training. That means they can be more mentally focused on the things that really matter, which is focus on sharing their experiences and their skills with those other people. So they are even more, hopefully better prepared and better equipped should danger or those circumstances.
Yeah, Mark, and to piggyback off that real quick, and it's so important, and I'm sure you've heard this a billion times. It's imperative, in times when you're struggling with, maybe why you're going through what you're going through, or pushing to keep going, to remind yourself of the mission. The real winner is the kids. Mm-hmm. That's the real winner. And the parents that aren't going to have to mourn the loss, right? Like,
yeah,
that's the goal. I mean, it's harsh to talk about, and it's like, who wants to ruin their Thursday night talking about, something so heavy? But the reality is, like, that's the goal, right? So that's why I appreciate so much everybody that bought a ticket or donates, because that's like what we're trying to accomplish here. And that makes it easier, and that could make it where we could maybe have, 2 events a year and reach even more cops. And like, so that it helps so much. And I really appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, no, huge shout out to you guys, what you're trying to accomplish. And I hope that does pick up, and, and whether it's another group, not RTG, but somebody else, with equal, like, morals and values and the discipline and the everything that makes you guys you, and somebody else is out there trying to do that in another part of the country. I think you kind of just said it a little while ago, Brian, you were kind of, well, I don't think you said community, but your comments were making me think of community, right? You hear that term being battered about, you kind of thrown around a lot recently. But I think personally, it's not that people are, there's a new phrase and we're all glomming onto it. I think people are realizing that you do need community, and we need to be finding like-minded individuals. None of us are perfect. Brian's not perfect. Tom's close to perfect. I'm definitely not anywhere near perfect, but what I'm saying, like, so you can look past your differences. If you're adults and we're at the adult table, we can still have conversations. We don't have to agree on everything. Right. But when we've got, like, hey, as Brian just said, the real winners here are the children, like, horrible conversation. Hopefully this never happens, but if it does happen, damn it, don't you want to be better prepared for it? So you can look, so it's consequence mitigation and crisis management, right? So if we can mitigate the consequences by doing some proper training, some more training, and, the sad thing is, training is one of the first things that gets kicked to the curb in a lot of organizations, not just law enforcement, but, here on that, I know we kind of talked about it once before, but in your guys' experience, how much training does the average individual, the average officer really receive?
Yeah, it's beginning of the career, great. You're in the police academy for here, it's 6 months long. That's amazing. But the follow-up after that, it's on you at that
It's
time. On you. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'd be willing to bet that most of the departments, I mean, I can't speak for your state, and I can't speak, I'm not a law enforcement officer in Minnesota, but I know a bunch of cops. I actually teach a class once a year on terrorism to a bunch of police students, one of our local, it's not an academy, but it's a part of their 2-year degree. And you just always hear the same thing. I mean, departments, whether it's, at the county level, the city level, the state level, the bureaucrats, the people in charge, they don't really view training as, that's not what they're about, right? That's not where they want those resources and the money to go. And that just seems to me, that's just the craziest thing I've ever heard. I mean, honestly, that's just like, and I don't know if I said this to you guys offline, but I'll just share it now. So when I first left the agency, I wasn't actually making gear. I was going to have a training company. And one of the things I was doing is I reached out to about 10 different departments here locally. And, I'm not going to say who they are, but it was astounding to me that I was met with about 50% of those departments said they don't bring in outsiders to provide training. I just left the CIA. We brought in the best of the best. It didn't give a shit if the guy had never been in the military. If that guy or gal was good at what they did, we brought those people into training. Who has such a closed mind? No, we don't bring in anyone other than, okay, whatever, guys. So that was to me, that was kind of shameful. And I don't know if I'm just kind of throwing that out there to see if you guys, want to take a swing at that, because it seems to me you guys see that as well, because otherwise, why are you doing what you're doing? Why did RTG even happen?
Mark, that comes into going back to your sense of community that you were just talking about just a few minutes ago. One person can't be expected to know everything. So we have to develop rapport with people, develop a community that we can get the best of each individual area and bring those people in to be able to do certain skill sets. Not everybody can do everything. And once people realize that, you get people that are knowledgeable in certain areas, and you feed off of those people.
And you just nailed it right there too, Tom. I mean, again, so even in something like the agency where, I'm sure people can imagine there's a lot of money, right? There's a lot of money devoted to that organization. And within that organization, for people who do specialty type of, and, that's already specialized in itself, but you can imagine the amount of training and the resources that are dedicated towards that. So, to what you just said though, Tom, like you got to find another way to accomplish that because unless you've got that, that purse, where you can actually do that stuff, well, then how else are you going to accomplish it? And then, so even with all those resources available, at the end of the day, what you really become is, you're the jack of all trades and master of none, like, because you're not going to just sit and focus, solely on, I'm just going to be the demo guy. Because when you're out doing things, you've got to know how to do commo, you've got to know how to shoot, move, communicate, medicate, all of that stuff. So you end up being, you have at least exposure to a lot of different things. But then just like, other military type of entities, you do have your specialty experts, like, like say, Tom, let's say you specialize in this, and Brian, you specialized in whatever the thing is. And then let's just say I've gone off and I've done, whatever. And then we all come back and then we cross train each other. Right. Until you get the chance, Brian, to go do Tom's class. And then, and if we get the chance, we'll rotate everybody through. But in the meantime, yeah. And that's the same thing in a community. You can't be a metallurgist, a farmer, a medic, a homebrew. I mean, maybe you can if you've got all the money in the world and nothing else to do.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, there's not enough time in the day to do everything.
That's kind of what I'm getting at. Yeah. So even if you that's all you did, you still won't have enough time to really master that stuff. So if you really are into community, you got to bring in the other people who've got their strengths, and then they share that knowledge within the group. So you guys doing that, and hopefully, honestly, I hope you guys are like an example, and I hope this really works out super well for you. And 3 years from now, 4 years from now, we hear about more organizations doing what you guys are doing, and hopefully that wakes up a lot more people. And then somebody takes a hard look and says, "Hang on a second, maybe we should be funding the police more. Maybe we should be training these people more. Maybe that, hey, maybe this is more important than whatever bullshit we're going to do on some, you pick your thing, right? Like, because city planners, like, so here in Duluth, they just spent like, probably $1 million or more to make a traffic circle, where it's a stupid traffic circle. It was a perfectly fine four-way, intersection, no accidents, and they just wasted all that money just because somebody in our city chain of command wanted it to be a traffic circle there, because they probably lived there, and one day they were like 4 cars back and had to wait for 4 cars to negotiate a stop sign, and instead all that money could have went to better training our firefighters, our law enforcement, and that kind of stuff. But that's not where the money went, and that was just stupid. So maybe, that kind of starts waking people up, and people take a hard look and realize, man, why are my tax dollars going to that? Because that's not important. What these guys are doing, that's important, because the children are the winners here, as you said, Brian. As a matter of fact, hats off to you. That was really well said, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm dry already, so.
Well, hey, we're going to keep this one a short one here anyway. But just a one closing thing for everybody who watches this on demand or still watching out. So Monday of next week. So speaking of community, oh gosh, Brian and Tom, you guys set me up perfectly for that. My friend Blake from Fog Firearms will be back on Monday. We are going to be talking about community, because so one of the things that I'm trying to do over here, just with it, both with these live streams and something that Blake and I are working on, is finding ways where we can use these methods, these modes, these formats, whether it's online, live stream, or face to face, where we can share those skills that we have, or as you said, Tom, bring in other people who've got, who are the resident subject matter experts in farming or canning. And, it doesn't always have to be kinetic or medical or whatever the subject is, and finding a way to actually start sharing a lot more knowledge, in addition to just having these conversations with great men and women like, we've had, with you guys here from RTG. So that's what we're going to be doing next Monday for the live stream. That'll also be the last live stream until Thursday, the 11th, because, Thursday's Independence Day. Next week is Independence Day for those who may not remember. Gene, I know you across the pond, you would call it Trader Day or something like that. I'm sure you guys are still pissed off that 3% of our population took up arms and kicked the ass of the most powerful Army and Navy at that time. But hey, fortune favors the bold, and here we are today. So
power of community, right?
Someone had
right. Power of community. Roger that, guys. Roger Dodger. So that'll be Monday next week. live stream. Then we're taking a break, obviously Independence Day. And then the new schedule is going to be, I'm only doing these live streams with guests on Thursday. I'll have more information on Monday because just to what we're saying, there's going to be additions coming in after that. So there's going to be another chat. We'll do the live streams on Thursday, and then 30 minutes after we're done, we'll go over to another channel and we'll have an adult conversation, have a beverage if you want, or don't, whatever, but it'll be adult table. And we just will sit and talk about, it's not politically charged. We might be sitting and talking about how to tie knots, or it could be about farming or whatever. And on top of that, very soon after that is going to be the, I think we're going to call it Millstone Training Group. And then we're going to actually start putting out some content and bringing people on. So Tennessee says, hang on, I got to go back to Gene because I made that joke about Trader Day or Treason Day. He goes, not me. Look at our government at the moment. Yeah, no, that was kind of what I was hinting at, Gene. Thanks for picking up what I was putting down. Then Tennessee says, thank you also very much. It takes a village. And I don't know if it takes a village to explode something, but there was an explosion after her village thing. So, hopefully she's not about blowing up villages. So I'm not sure what that's all about, Tennessee. Brian, Tom, final comments on your guys' side. I'm going to give you guys the floor, and then we're going to kind of just tap it out. And hopefully everybody just has a great rest of the night. And your comrades, get a chance to watch this later. And hopefully they're all safe and everything is resolved, at least, lawfully, peacefully, and we bring criminal to justice.
Yeah, absolutely. Just in closing, thank you again so much. I know we've talked about the shirts a couple of times. If you weren't aware of the shirts, we sell merch from time to time. We do it very rarely, usually change of the season, but these shirts, 100% of the proceeds go to the SRO workshop. So just wanted to throw that out there. It's not just branded RTG. It's for the SRO workshop. It's got, SRO workshop on the back. But 100% of the proceeds go there. Just wanted to clear that up. And thank you to everybody that bought a ticket. It helps a ton. I just can't thank you enough.
We are grateful.
And just one more time. So shirts are not on sale right now, but you're going to have them, you thinking about another week or two?
Yeah. And I'll absolutely reach out to you too, so that anybody that watches your show, if you could spread the word, obviously that's a huge help. The last time we did them, it was great. It gave us some money to get going with getting some stuff ready for the workshop. So it worked out awesome. So
yeah, and please do. And I've been really trying to pay attention to your Instagram as well. So if I see even if you forget about me, if I see you post something, I'll put it in my feed and I'll promote it as well. Awesome. But we will be in contact because I do need to sit and then just, figure out what you two guys think. Well, what should we do? Should we do a first, second, and third prize? Should we just do a first prize, for when you guys actually do the workshop itself? Yeah. Cause I'll definitely kick in some belts or a med kit or something like that
awesome.
Again.
Awesome.
Okay. Perfect.
The guys love that.
I'm wearing your belt right now, Mark.
Boys and girls, right before we went live, Tom was showing the back of the shirt. He was just showing, because I noticed, I'm like, Brian and Tom, you guys are both wearing the shirts.
Mark,
Tom, you want me to say it? You don't want me to say it?
I'll stand up.
He's really just trying to do people. He's just, now he's sitting down. Okay. Well, there you go. You can see the back of the shirt.
Hold on.
There it is.
Centerline system belt.
See, I just think he was really just trying to show off his muscular buttocks is what he was really trying to do. Nice. All right, everybody. Tom, Brian, final comments. Anything else, my good guys?
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you all. Thank you.
All right, Roger Dodger. Hey, to everybody else, again, huge thanks, huge hats off to everybody who bought tickets. Even if you didn't buy tickets, but you've been watching the live stream or, promoting or giving RTG a follow, just thank you very much. Again, they will have shirts for sale again in the future. And even though that this charity auction is open or over, you can still go and make a donation to them directly if you so desire, right? And I would really encourage and implore anyone else, even if you didn't get a chance to get a ticket, go give these guys a follow. And if you can, even $1, even $5, I mean, that shit really does add up and make a difference. So whatever you can do to help out would be awesome.
Spread the word. Word of mouth is huge advertising.
Absolutely.
Right on. All right, fellas, on that, I got nothing else. Anybody? Well, and I'll raise my glass to you guys, even if your glass is empty there, Brian.
Cheers.
I got to swig.
Cheers to you guys, Slanja.
I got a little out of that.
There we go.
There you go. All right, everybody. You know the deal. If you got questions for me, or even if you've got some questions and you want to reach out to RTG and you missed some of the previous episodes, feel free to reach out. I'll push you guys in connection. Brian, stay tuned. I might reach out to you tonight. I'll try to get in touch with Eric F. I'll try to reach out to him once we're done talking, get that ball rolling. And then if he gives me the go ahead, I'll forward his info to you so you can reach out to him.
Yeah, we don't have plans, so we'll be around.
Well, hopefully you got a few more beers then. I mean, if you don't have plans, okay, good.
You're in the other room.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then, hey, I'll probably ping you guys in a little bit. Let me just reach out to Eric. We got one last comment coming in here. Might as well just show it because it's kind of funny. Woo! Next time, Mark's going to be grilling up chicken for everyone. Well, I just grilled up a whole bunch of chicken for Eric, Al. So yeah, I mean, we'll see. Hey, and Al, just on that note, stay tuned. I mean, I like doing the charity stuff. I did 4 of these last year, just starting off this year with RTG. Great way to start it. We'll probably have some other type of thing coming up in the near future for another charity. So stay tuned on that. Al, I might be grilling you some chicken, my good man. Until then, everybody, reach out anytime. If you got questions, I'll do the best I can to help you out. And as always, you know the deal. Keep thinking, keep moving, never quit. All right, everybody, be good. We'll see you on Monday of next week. Woo!
Cheers.